All right, you've been plugging away in the gym for a while now, and while the results came fast at first, things are starting to slow down and training's getting stale. Your strength is staying the same, or even starting to regress a little bit. You're not getting that massive pump that you used to get, and right now going to the gym just really isn't that much fun. But we still love training, we have the same long-term goals, but right now you're just bored. And this happens to the best of us. If you've been in the game for more than a couple years, this probably sounds familiar, and you know what it's like to not have that fire under your ass and not loving every session. If you truly love training, sometimes you just have to kind of go through the motions, and that's how it goes. But if you're feeling burnout, today I'm gonna give you a few tips to ramp your training back up and take it to the next level. If you've been focused on the same goal for a long period of time, you're eventually gonna get burnout and start spinning your wheels. So you've been focusing on building muscle for a long time now, you might wanna shift gears and start thinking about building strength. If you've been dieting for a really long time and you're feeling flat and burnout, you may wanna ramp up to a maintenance calorie intake and start getting stronger again. Now, if you've been getting huge and building a lot of mass, but you're starting to feel fat and lazy and not very athletic, you may wanna add in some speed and agility drills to keep improving your mobility and performance. I don't think every beginner and intermediate should be shifting their exercises every single week. So you want to really master these movements. But if you've been sticking with the same small set of movements for months on end, it's definitely time for a change. So for example, if you come in the gym and you always load up a barbell back squat first, it may be time to switch to a front squat and teach yourself a variation. It might be a small foot placement, whatever the variation may be, you want to force a new motor pattern in, so you're recruiting new muscle fibers, new neural patterns, and mastering this pattern as well. So stick with this for a couple months and add that variety to your program. Do you always lift heavy in that 4 to 5 rep range, or are you more of a high rep guy? 10 to 12 reps is probably best for building muscle, assuming you're using the right amount of volume and considerably heavy enough weight. But if you want to get seriously strong, you have to up the weight and reduce the reps. But as you go to change your focus and reduce your rep range here, you're not going to be able to pack away the food like you did when you're on that high conditioning, high volume program. And that's okay. Because just how you shouldn't always be in a year-round bulk program because it'll make you fat, you have to know that these things do not work in a linear pattern when it comes to building strength, conditioning, muscle, agility. Any of these things, you have to switch your phases throughout the year to periodize your program for maximum gains. Believe it or not, changing your splits is one of the least important factors when it comes to seeing long-term overall progress. What's more important is how often you're hitting a muscle or movement throughout the week, month, or year. So changing your splits can do two things for you. First of all, psychologically, it can switch things up and give you a fresh perspective. Even if physiologically your results are fine and everything's working, it's going to make training seem new and exciting again. And second of all, what it can do for you here is change your frequency. So if you're used to smashing a muscle group once a week, this is going to work for a while, but eventually you may want to change your split so you're hitting that same muscle group twice a week. Now, likewise, if you're used to just training twice a week and getting a little bit of volume, going all in and annihilating that muscle group will give you that change you need to grow and see results. If I stress one thing here, whatever changes you make in your program, know that it's all about getting results. If you look back on your training and think about when you were most motivated and most hungry, it's when you were seeing the most results. And on the other hand, if you think back about when you were just dreading training and dragging ass, it's when you were hurt and seeing the least results. So stay focused, keep your eye on the prize, and stay hungry. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video, and as always, leave some comments below and let me know what I can do to help you in the future. And for more videos, articles, and training tips, head over to the My Muscle Academy at justinwoltering.com.